New tonight, just 3 days from the 2-year anniversary of the devastating Lahaina wildfires, a new report from UH is showing just how many people are still struggling to make ends meet. Much of Lahaina still looks like this, empty lots of gravel with some outlined with stone or brick walls. Looking around, there are signs of progress. Frames of homes are popping up with construction crews working steadily to rebuild. A new report out by UHERO says that progress has been ongoing yet uneven, and the majority of people who lived or worked in West Maui are still displaced.
Which is unsurprising, I suppose, given the limited progress towards rebuilding in Lahaina and limited availability of temporary housing in West Maui.
Researchers say being displaced doesn't just mean losing a home in the fire.
For example, when we look at fire-affected people who lived elsewhere on the island, but who worked or owned businesses in fire-affected areas, we find that almost 1/3 of this group were also displaced from their homes and remain displaced even at the 2-year mark after the fires.
Data also showed varying levels of income for fire victims.
Roughly half of the survey respondents have income that is the same or higher than it was pre-fires. And roughly half have income that is lower. And then there's about half of the respondents who aren't receiving any assistance at all.
The latest survey also shows a big drop in aid that fire survivors are now receiving. 28% of respondents received FEMA assistance in the second quarter of 2025, compared to 51% at some point earlier in the recovery. And 44% received no assistance in the same time frame. That's in contrast to 4% who got no help during the entire recovery period. This could reflect a shift in households gaining stability and economic security, while also representing the phasing out of federal and community support.
Going forward, it's likely that we really need to focus more and more on the most disadvantaged and the people who have the hardest time recovering from any kind of a shock, whether it's an illness or a temporary job loss or whatever it is.
Now, the report also explored rent challenges. About 1/3 are getting full rental assistance. Others are now paying higher rent than they were before the fires. And